Debate, which is due to happen on television this evening.
Yes, they've got another TV debate tonight, so it's on the front page here on Le Parisien. They've got 6 candidates under pressure. What are they under pressure to do? Well, obviously encourage people to vote for them, but the main problem, Le Parisien says, is that they've got to encourage the people to vote at all. It's just 10 days away now from the first round of the socialist primary election. Quite a risky bet, of course, by the socialists to decide to allow the whole electorate to help choose their presidential candidate for next year. So the paper says if there's a low turnout, then that bet just won't have paid off. They won't have any legitimacy, whatever candidate they do pick. So the main thing for the debate tonight is that they've got to make it more interesting than the last one, which was widely panned as being dull, to try and encourage the voters to actually come out and vote for them. Now, François seems to think 2 of the candidates have got a tactic to make it less dull. This is Martine Aubry and Ségolène Royal on the front page of François, the 2 female candidates. The headline is they're going to attack Hollande, so apparently they plan to lay into him. So we'll see if that makes it a little bit more upbeat than the... obviously, I mean verbally, but so maybe it'll be a little bit more upbeat than the previous one. Le Figaro also with the French politics today, as always. They've got everyone in the UMP gets behind Sarkozy as a headline. This is after rumours we had in yesterday's papers, of course, that someone else within his own party on the right, maybe even Prime Minister François Fillon, might be thinking about running against him. But François Fillon did say yesterday he would do anything he can to ensure the president is re-elected.
And no doubt this time tomorrow, Elena will be telling us whether it was a little bit more exciting or not. The other big story which you keep coming back to is the corruption scandals around Nicolas Sarkozy, and Liliane Bettencourt, that one is back on the front of Libération.
It is back on the front of Libération. They don't really have any new information, but they have interviewed Liliane Bettencourt's former accountant, Claire Thibault. She was the original source of these corruption allegations. She told magistrates over a year ago that she had seen right-wing politicians receive envelopes stuffed full of cash from France's richest woman. So she repeats what she told the judges again to the paper today. There's a new investigation going on into these illegal campaign funding allegations in front of a court in Bordeaux at the moment. And she says to the paper what she told the inquiry, that she saw Eric Woerth, the former budget minister, receive 50,000 euros in cash in an envelope from Bettencourt back in 2007 when he was treasurer of Nicolas Sarkozy's election campaign.
And the Greek economy, all over the papers, particularly the financial ones.
Yes, La Tribune, the French financial paper, thinks they've got an exclusive. They say that Germany has a secret plan, a backup plan, if the current Stability Fund plan does not work. They say they plan to spin off 125 billion euros worth of Greek assets into a fund that would be administered by the EU, so they would be able to privatise those assets without consulting the Greek government. That's based on what was done to East German assets at the time of reunification, but of course controversial because it would mean the Greek government giving up more sovereignty over its finances. Les Echos, they've got a profile of Angela Merkel today, talking about why she seems to be delaying so much and contradicting herself on the international stage. They say it's all about electoral politics back in Germany, where the bailout plan has been incredibly difficult to sell to the public, meaning her job's been difficult, and she just hasn't got the German electorate behind her. So that's why she's not doesn't have much clarity in what she's saying on the international stage.
And finally, you put out something completely different. This is about a new exhibition opening up here in Paris.
Yes, this is of never-seen-before letters written by Charles de Gaulle when he was in exile in London during the war. Now, they were collected by his secretary, who's recently died, and her son has decided to donate them to this museum. They're going to be published in a book. Now, they reveal quite a few things we didn't know. They've got instructions to his troops on the ground, letters he wrote to Churchill, and they also reveal some things we might have forgotten about the war, like the fact that 70% of the troops who served in the Free French Army under de Gaulle weren't actually French at all. They were from French colonies or countries that were colonies before the war, like Syria, Lebanon, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and they fought in Free French uniforms in the Middle East and North Africa.
OK, well, if you're coming to Paris or you are in Paris, well worth a look. Elena, thanks very much. It's Elena with the French newspapers here today. Coming up in focus, a disturbing and personal story from a teenage girl. She says her parents were shot in front of her and then she was raped by Burmese soldiers. We ask, is rape being used as a weapon in the country? That's after the break.